Hello Leo, welcome to your November 2025 reading. Thank you Spirit for being here. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you. So we've got some letting go cards and I'm just going to pop those aside because I'm just going to use those as a final message at the end of the reading to see what you need to let go of in November. So Leo, let's have a look. And like last month, I'm just going to, it's just the cards that want to come out that we're going to use. And so there might be a lot, there might be a little. Let's see if there's any more. Okay, got two more. And we'll just go from there. Okay, let's have a look what we've got here. So we've got, I'll just put them out nice and neatly. Okay. So Leo, just wanted to also just say just a bit of an apology for my croakiness or my nasaliness. We're in spring in Australia at the moment and I've got terrible hay fever. So just bear with me. I feel well. I just, yeah, just springtime. I love it because I love flowers and, you know, it's so pretty in spring, but I just, oh, hay fever, terrible. Okay. Leo, let's have a look. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, we've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Knight of Pentacle, the Magician, the Chariot, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. We've got Water Lily, Shaman, and Nandi. It's interesting because you've got two knights here, which is very action driven. But they're the slowest knights in the tarot, so quite interesting, especially with this very calming energy. So we'll have a look. Where would you like to start, Spirit? Okay, we're going to start at the beginning. So Leo, we're starting with the Seven of Pentacles. And the minute I didn't really have anything that came through when the card fell out or when I positioned it or mentioned it. But when I picked it up, there's this energy of and so tangible. So what has got you feeling And the words I'm getting is it worth it, or was it worth it? Now there's a sense in your reading, Leo, this is twofold. Because it's a general reading, so for some of you I feel like almost this energy of you've been putting all your energy into something that is no longer aligned, is probably the easiest way to say it. And for others of you, I'm getting the sense that you're looking at something that hasn't reached your expectation. So you're looking at as in it being less worthy than what it actually is. And that's why we've got the Four of Swords. This Four of Swords, I'm really seeing it as in, let's re-evaluate. I don't normally get that, but it's, let's do a timeout and let's see what my perspective on this is. And is it truthful? Is it really what is in front of me? And if it is, Why do I feel that way? So like I said earlier, you might be looking at something and thinking, because it hasn't reached your expectation. That's a perspective, isn't it? I mean, if you didn't have any expectation, would you be happy with what was in front of you? And sometimes that's difficult to see initially, and that's why we need to reevaluate. We need to take a step back, slow down and look at it again and go, okay, if I wasn't expecting it to be like this or that, is what is in front of me, is it pretty good? If I'm looking at it in the other sense of, is this worth it? Oh, was that worth it? Okay, what's making me think of that? What's making me feel that way? Have I maybe been doing something just for the money? And sometimes we need to. We live in a tangible world, and we can't forget that. We can't forget that we're spiritual beings as well. But we do need to walk the line between, I almost want to say, the two realms. Because this world is physical. This world is tangible. You know, we need money. And even when we look at money in our tangible world, we need money for all the things that we need in our life. And, you know, if we look at it in the spiritual sense, money is also energy. But, so no issue with money, but have we been doing something purely for the money? And is that why we feel like there's something lacking? There's something missing? Because we've obviously got the coin, but there's a sense here of, So we need to take a bit of time out this month, Leo. And I feel the more you can do this and be really honest with yourself. You know, you can say, you can look at this as in being like in the prayer position, a meditative position, the sword of truth. I feel like these other swords are his perspectives. He's put them on the wall. I'm just going to look at sort of what's my truth. If you can embrace this energy, Leo, I feel like this has a lot of information in it. There's a lot of aha moments. We can look at cards and go, oh, I don't like that card. Ugh. But when we look at what, you know, the cards are telling us, or what is, because this is just a card reflecting a situation in front of you, Leo. When we look at the situation and we try to go, okay, what is it telling me about the situation, about myself, about what I'm doing? There's a lot of information in front of us if we so care to look. And that information brings us clarity. And clarity that comes in the shape of the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. Look at the way he's riding straight into the Magician. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. I mean, I know he doesn't look like he's going slow here, but he's actually, you know, in most cards he's actually shown as standing still. The knights are action cards. They are in the doing, a bit like the kings. But the king is like more evolved version. But this knight is moving slowly. He's spending more time looking at the pentacle than he is the road ahead of him. That's how slowly he's going. Because he's still planning. The thing I like about this Knight of Pentacles in your reading, Leo, is that he keeps checking back with the Pentacle. Going, okay, yeah, I had this plan, but what if? He keeps re-evaluating. Now, sometimes that can be a bad thing because that can lead to procrastination because it can come from fear. We're too afraid to take that step forward. So we're like, oh, a bit wishy-washy, a bit, should I, shouldn't I? But that's not the energy I'm getting at all in your reading, Leo, because you've got the Magician straight after. There's this contemplative energy that's making you kind of go, yep, I've started my journey, but I keep reevaluating it because it's almost like he keeps getting new information. Every time he takes a step, there's almost like there's new information forthcoming. And when we are forging our path, it really does happen like that. There has to come a time of contemplation beforehand so we can understand what this new thing is about or what this old thing is about. Where are we now? How do we feel about it? Because I feel, Leo, with this Magician here, it's telling me there's something you want to birth into the world. And I know the birthing into the world is the Empress, but I'm getting that with this Magician card. In a different way. There's almost a sense of, I know this is a pentacle and not a sword. And you actually, you got the Four of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. I was going to say you got no swords, but of course you've got the Four of Swords. So this is your mind. This is you having thought about it. And as you think about it and you quietly take steps, and new ideas will come, new thoughts will come about it. And so this Magician to me is this birthing of what was an idea is bringing it down into the tangible world. And the Magician in your reading, I love that it's here. And also with the Chariot, because it tells me, one, you're aligned. And two, you have everything you need. You are the one in your present state that can bring this into fruition. And when I say, thank you, Spirit, when we say you are the one, it means this version of you. Every time we grow and evolve, the version of you that is looking at these Seven of Pentacles going, I don't know, a little bit, there's a bit of dissatisfaction here, is not the one that emerges after this contemplation has been done, because this contemplation will change your perspective. The minute you change your perspective on something, you have changed, because you no longer see something the same way. And when you no longer see something the same way, you no longer act the same way about it. You can either let it go or you work on it differently. So there's a sense that this version of you that has emerged from this Four of Swords is a lot more thorough, I want to say, Leo, is a lot more, the word that Spirit's giving me is deep. And Spirit said, it's not to say that you were like not deep, not shallow, but it's your thoughts come from a deeper place. And that's because of this energy. Now, this is how Spirit co-creates with us. The universe co-creates with us. Minor Arcana is how we co-create with Spirit, and the Major Arcana is how Spirit co-creates with us. And Spirit, the universe, God, is just another way of saying our higher self, all in one, all in the same. So there's a sense here of your higher self, spirit, the universe, God calling you forward. It's not just your tangible self at play here, your humanness. You've tapped into something much, much deeper. And you understand that. You understand that from this place of the Chariot, you move forward. Your tangible self, this Eight of Wands is very fast energy. The Chariot is very fast energy. And they're almost a bit of the same. This is the Major Arcana version of the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is the Minor Arcana version of the Chariot. So there's an understanding here that I really want to say, Leo, makes things happen. And the dissatisfaction that you come into the month with is nowhere to be seen. And how long you sit in this energy depends on where you are in your journey, what's in front of you. Sometimes these are very big, life-changing things. Sometimes they're just little things on our journey. So this can be a big thing, looking at a relationship, a job, a lifestyle, and realizing, okay, there's something not quite right here. Or it can just be just a little thing, a habit that we need to break. It might just be something in our work that we do, or something in our day-to-day that we need to look at. So it can be big or little, but regardless, it changes us. You know, sometimes we don't realize breaking a habit, you know, it's such a big thing, and then we break it, and then it's almost like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it changes our life, and it changes something in our thought process, in the way we see ourselves, in the way we speak of ourselves. There's like a leveling up that's happening here, Leo, especially with these two cards. And Spirit's reminding me, with the Magician, you have everything you need. There's nothing else you need to learn. The leveling up happened here. This is just showing you you've leveled up. And that puts you in a situation, in a position where you're no longer this Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. It sort of propels things into the world. It's that butterfly effect. You know, what you did here is the archer let go of the bows, of the arrows, sorry. And the arrows are now in flight. And so things are happening. But that was from this. And Spirit wants me to mention, Leo, that it's not often that we think of this, like Chariot and Magician even, Chariot, Eight of Wands energy coming from the Four of Swords. We would imagine it coming from those really action cards. But yours is coming from the Four of Swords. Contemplation, re-evaluating, going within. Because that's what puts all this into motion. And it's this really thoughtfulness. You come at life. And when I mean you come at life, you come at the situations in your life with a new sense of awareness. That's why it keeps looking at the pentacle. Because it's like I've taken a couple of steps and now, okay, let's have a look. Where am I? How am I going? How am I feeling about this? What's my outer world looking like? You know, so it's that real awareness of self. But this is a pentacle, so of self in the actual 3D physical world. And when this strikes, as this progresses, you are then the Knight of Cups. And this is moving forward. He's a little bit faster than the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, as I said, normally is shown as standing still. This is moving forward tangibly. And as you move forward and all this unfolds, you're actually moving forward with greater fulfillment. This does not plague you anymore. This like, was that worth it? Ugh, not what I expected. This is moving forward with your heart on your sleeve. It's like, I've got my cup. So any droplet that falls, any opportunity that comes, I'm going to catch it. I'm moving slow enough that I'll see it. I'll have time to prepare. And I'll go for it. The feeling, the message that I'm getting from this Knight of Cups, which I don't know that I've ever seen it like this, but I think is such a beautiful way of seeing the Knight of Cups, is he knows what's meant for him. There is a vulnerability in having your heart on your sleeve, but also great strength. You know you, and so you know what's meant for you. This knight doesn't chase anything in hope of ending up with a bunch of pentacles, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of friends. I don't care if you're aligned, I just want a bunch of friends. No, this knight looks at the depth in everything. I'd rather not have any friends than not aligned ones. You know, friends that I see and then walk away and I don't feel good about myself. And that's not a reflection of your friends, that's a reflection of you. But this knight knows what's for him. And there's a really beautiful feeling here because there's this sense of calmness. There's this sense of, okay, well, I understand what I want. I can see myself clearly now, who I am, where my values lie, what's important to me, what I want to see arrive in my life. And now I'm going to move forward through life. And because I can see it, I'll be aware of it. It's manifestation. And it feels very calm. It feels very beautiful. And apart from this energy that feels a bit of disappointment, the rest is beautiful. This energy is so, so important, Leo. Okay, and then we go to the Oracle cards and you've got Water Lily. And the card says, trust in the flow of your life and feel your heart relax. It knows when and how to surrender the struggle. There is an easier way ahead. That's this energy, like to a T. And the affirmation is, I surrender into ease and grace. And that's these nights are all about ease and grace. They're not panicked and frantic and I'm just going to do anything in order to do something. And it does feel relaxed. And you know, it says, feel your heart relax. And look, you've got the green, it doesn't show up very green on the camera, but this is quite green. And then these are pink. And just look at that heart chakra energy. And the beautiful, beautiful reading, Leo. And then you've got Shaman. And it says your magical heart can channel nature's love to heal yourself and the planet. As you ground and connect to nature, your inner power grows. And the affirmation is, I am in tune with the healing power of nature. And nature, yes, like the outer world, like our natural world, but also the power of nature, your naturalness, your natural being, your natural state of being is the message I'm also getting. And right under the magician, the shaman. There is a sense of magic this month for you, Leo. But it does require you to pause. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit just said, you know, it's very true. This is about your natural state. But Spirit also said for some of you, nature is going to be very important. So, you know, if you can go near a body of water or into a forest or something like that, where you can really connect, you know, maybe your meditations, do them outside. But there is a message for some of you that nature will help you connect. Because for some of you, this will be more or less difficult. So if you're struggling to find this peace, because this can be quite profound energy. You know, we've done a lot of work on something and then we kind of go, oh, I'm not sure now. It's not easy to look at, well, I've come this far. It's silly not to take it all the way, but sometimes that's exactly what we shouldn't do. And your final card is Nandi. Magical white bull brings divine protection, messages and healing. Keep moving forward. You are on the right path. And the affirmation is, I walk my path with curiosity, openness and trust. And I feel that's both energies, because this is just walking it slowly, looking at the messages that arrive and reevaluating along the way. And then this is very beautiful. This is very healing. This is knowing you're on the right path. And now it's just a matter of just walking it. Slowly, carefully. Keep reevaluating. Keep checking in with yourself. Because I think where you're going is quite magical, Leo. I'm going to pull a letting go card and we'll see what messages Spirit has for you to let go. Such a beautiful reading. I think November is going to be quite a beautiful month. Okay, we have 2 for you, Leo. So the first one is, lie in the sun and feel warmth in your heart. What does the goddess of the sun ask of you? And I feel like that's this alignment energy. You know, it's also this energy here. The goddess within you, whether you're a male or a female, doesn't matter, the God within you. But the goddess is a more receptive energy, so we want that receptive energy to come through. What is being asked of you in this moment? And you know what, I'm actually probably going to put this one more here, because what is being asked of you is quiet contemplation and to move forward slowly as you continue to evaluate. And then we've got, you are royal, you are sovereign. Honour this and let go of those who do not acknowledge it. And I think that's what you're letting go of here as well. again, it's very interesting because both cards, I mean, I had this card here first and then I went, no, I'll put it here. But then this one is kind of like here as well, but also for your sovereignty. But it is very much in reevaluating everything that we can let go of what does not suit us, what doesn't honor our realness, our, authenticity. Beautiful reading, Leo. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Sending you so much love and light. Take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.